What's going on? Move the Mouse here, back in City Skylines, the town of Portsmouth, with our Let's Play Season 7, Episode number 27. And, yeah, we've been making some progress, but I'm hitting some roadblocks too. Definitely some issues that we need to address, one of those being traffic. But what I wanted to do today was, I think, kind of finish, or, I mean, start and finish. I kind of want to get some of these outer edges of the map done. And there's going to be a little community over here. Maybe a little one over this way. I need to thin this out a bit, but there's definitely going to be some people living over that way and over this way. So I thought maybe we could get this little chunk of the map out of the way and do just a little two-lane highway that comes off of here that connects and maybe has a couple neighborhoods, a main street, and a couple little residential areas, but nothing too crazy. It is good farmland if we want to do something different. And actually stamp out some farmland, either agricultural specialization or some of the industry. But let's get in here and kind of see what happens. So one thing that we've got to address is we've got the railway under here. So let's pause it. So I think we're going to delete this for now. This is an external railway connection that comes under here. And I want to do a little trumpet, nothing too crazy, that's going to deliver traffic down into this zone. And we'll get everything reconnected afterwards. Something like about... slope too steep there. Let's see how that sits. Does that sit okay? It's a little funny with this terrain over here. But we can make that work. And then let's get all this reconnected back up, and we'll probably tunnel under for now the... what do you call it? The rail. So when you do this, this actually creates two nodes that are very close together, and they're already close to that one, so we might do this, draw away from the zone, away from this intersection, and then reverse it so that we don't get that much crazier behavior of our traffic. It's bad enough as it is in some spots. So we can do that. We'll come back over here with the curve tool and do the same thing. I'm going to draw away from this intersection. And then reverse it. Now, let's see. Do we want to come in here and fix this a little bit? I think that we do. Just so that we don't have to fix it later. Just curve that down just a little bit. That's okay. And then let's come into mass transit trains. And we'll bring this under. That can work. Uh-oh. It lagged out pretty bad there for a second. This will take down to 2 lanes. So let's upgrade that. And then what I was thinking we could do is even take it down to a 2-way highway here. So we're not going to have a lot of traffic, I don't believe, coming off of here. So let's do this. Freeform road. Come out to there, and then we'll come like up to this clearing. With a 2-lane highway. So we can do 2 lanes down to 1 lane here. And we'll reverse the direction on that one. So you get the traffic on the highway coming off. 2 lanes becomes 2 lanes. And then that narrows down into 1 lane. Now it does allow them to U-turn here, but we don't want that. So let's just prevent that right now. And say, you can go straight and that's it. No U-turns. And that will deliver traffic into this zone. And let's break out our smoothing tool and smooth things out a little bit over here. Because that is rough. At least where the road's going to be. Something like that. Alright, now I think what we'll do here, I don't think we can do an outside connection, but we can make it look like there's one. So 2-lane highway can become a 2-lane road here. And we'll kind of just run that through the center of this area. And it won't let me create it as an outside connection, but we can get really, really close. And I want this to be really rural. Rural. It's a funny word. So we're not going to do too much out here. And we're not going to do any kind of exits or, you know, this is just a 2-lane road. And I want to do just a couple little side streets off of here. And we're probably going to really space out the zoning. Maybe we have like a little mini downtown somewhere over here. And that could be kind of framed this way. And why don't we have this road hook around back? We'll have some sparse houses out back here. This one I'll kind of want to see at night too. I think this is going to be out on the edge of our map. So let's do this. We'll do a little commercial strip in here. I'm not going to fill in every zone. I'm going to leave a little bit of dead space. We can always put some parks or some trees. And then we'll have some spaced out housing over here. Do the same thing on this side. And the same thing back here, so just kind of skipping every other zone so that these houses feel like they are very far apart, or at least not right on top of one another like they are on the rest of the grid in the city. My dog is throwing up. I'll be right back. Alright, her stomach was not feeling good this morning. She was eating some grass, and there it is. Alright, so where were we? I don't want to go right up on top of there. So, this almost would act kind of as a town square in a small town like this. So I think maybe we'll zone up a little bit heavier around this intersection. So maybe we'll do something like that, and we'll even do some commercial on the sides there. And then we could have maybe this hook back in around. I don't know, just sort of... This could be kind of a town square, I guess. Let's... Not a town square, a town triangle. Let's make this a little bit more commercial over here. Or we could even make that like a little park area. Have this area. A little bit of a communal area. Let's see, what do we think? What do we think? Should probably have a couple houses out here. As you come into town. I'd love it if these were just one plot, but they're probably going to be multiple houses that move in next to one another. But that's okay. We can deal with that. We can always bulldoze some stuff and selectively remove it after the fact. So you come in here, you got some sparse houses, you've got a street, you've got, you know, what starts to be a little bit more populous downtown area. A really small downtown area. A little town triangle, little park here. And then maybe we have a little bit of zoning that's been built out here. Like a block like that. This might connect back up over here. This would be easier with the straight tool because I am actually trying to do somewhat straight streets here. And then maybe this could connect back here. Like so. I don't know, I'm just kind of just flying by the seat of my pants here. I think the real test is going to be what this looks like at night. So we'll zone this up. With commercial. I think we could have some trees here and then again some sparse residential in back here. So let's do something like that. Okay, let's water it. It is powered thanks to the electric roads. We'll get the water in from here. We'll run it all the way down the Maine and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps. We don't need to do the perfect pipes here because it's just way too spread out to bother. So we'll just make sure the zoning's covered as best we can. Hook it up with a little bit of redundancy just in case something happens. Then we'll get these side streets. We'll set it to night mode after people move in. It might be a little while because we don't have a ton of demand right now. And unfortunately, any commercial businesses that move in over here are going to be pretty hurting. So hopefully this is not the only commercial space we have zoned on the map. It might be though, so that could be interesting. Let's okay, where was it? Over here. Let's throw it on 3x speed. See if anybody moves in. I think some of those commercial buildings might populate, unfortunately. But let's get kind of somewhere over here by the triangle. Maybe on this side. We'll do police and fire. Get a health clinic over here too. Some stuff's already moving in. Nice. Why don't we'll do the cemetery over here where I was going to fill in kind of with trees. That way that will eat up some of that space and provide coverage over this way. Oh, it is nighttime. Change that for a minute. I'm not going to turn the cycle off because I do want to see this at night once it fills in. Let's do about, what, 30 strength? Just so there's a little buffer there. Man, the drinking problems in Portsmouth are top-notch. I definitely got to look at my how I have those buildings spawning. So we'll probably need a little bit more residential over here to support this, but let's actually see it again at night, just to see what this looks like. Not necessarily up close, but what it looks like when we're looking at Portsmouth and it's way in the background, and we've got a little township off. Whoa, little township off in the distance. Looks a little too rigid, a little too straight at that range, but that's okay. We'll fill it in with some trees, and actually, let's see what the trees do. Do the trees mask the lights, or do they not? They may not. I'm just going to do... Let's do this. Brush strength all the way up, and let's see if this hides these lights at all. Oh yeah, it does. Okay. So you'll have some lights poking through the trees once we finish decorating over there. I think that could be good. It's more to provide background for this, right? The actual appearance of Portsmouth. That there's something going on over towards the edge of the map. That it doesn't just die off into nothing. So that'll give us a start. We've got to figure out again the Moe's problem. It is a problem. But let's go back in. And daylight makes everything so much easier, especially on YouTube, to kind of see what I'm doing. So we'll do something like this. We'll see how this fills in. We'll see how it supports itself. We may even need to get Metro and get people in and out of the area. So we'll do a little bit more over here and fill it in. We'll have a little bit maybe along the highway down here. A couple neighborhoods that trail off. Maybe they even have some back gravel roads that come through here and connect up with these neighborhoods on this side. This is, I think, too dense over here, so we'll thin this out a bit. There's just too much happening over here for something that should be off to the side of the map. So we'll keep kind of filling in those. I think this will be a nice little extra community area also. So maybe we need to do something a little more efficient over here. Or over here. So that we can feed the traffic in and out of that zone. I created some flooding problems by working on these seawalls. But it looks like everything's dried up now. Nicely. Oh, there you go. There's some... there's some of it. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. I think I'm going to trim this back because I couldn't get these keys to connect correctly. So I might just kind of cut this tip of the island off. Still got a big project to do in Kittery. That'll be up this way. A little bit kind of that same trailing a community off towards the edge of the map. But this will be a little something over here. What do I have connected over this way? Do I have like a dead train track that doesn't go anywhere? Okay, so I guess maybe we'll do a train station up here. Since it looks like we have an external connection right there for the train. I guess I didn't run that through the map. But I think my intention was to have some kind of a harbor port over here. I'll have to check the shipping lanes. I don't remember exactly what I did with them. Let's see, can we find it? Yeah, we can. So it comes in through this harbor and back around. So we could do, you know, a little shipping harbor maybe on this island. Bring the trains down into that. Maybe even some specialized industry on here. Like a factory or something. That might be kind of interesting. And we don't need to do the whole supply chain. We have the unlock all. So we could do a factory, do the warehouses that we need to build stuff for that factory, and then ship goods out, put them on the train, send them out to sea. And I think I did the same thing over here. Shipping. Yeah. So over here we've got the industrial sector, the cargo and airport. So we'll try and make this maybe some kind of a seaport, industrial port over here. There is oil if we want to take advantage of it. I did throw that on the map. But I'm less concerned about making the goods here as I am about processing them, shipping them off, kind of getting some working shipping lanes happening and making the map really come alive that way. So baby steps, we're taking it bit by bit. We'll see kind of how this shapes up and how it supports itself. And we'll do, again, a couple small streets that come off here. I don't want it to look very populated. I want it to be very thin and off to the edge of the map. And it may not look the best, again, when we're right on top of it, but that's not the intention. The intention is to see it in the background, you know, when we're over here. It's more just a decorative thing than a functional thing. How are we doing over here, by the way? This is a problematic traffic spot. And we're doing some stuff like underpassing this traffic so it doesn't turn left to come up over here. But you can see all this stuff just backing up coming into here. So we might need to roundabout this, unfortunately. There's not a lot we can do to keep that traffic flowing without it. I mean, it's working, but it's getting considerably backed up on the highway. All the way back to there. It's crazy. That entire strip of highway is backed up right now. Industrial's doing okay, but this exit area gets really clogged, but it's managing. The intersection here, the interchange is handling it well. But you don't see a lot of people coming back in to get the goods out via train. So maybe we need to work on more cargo routes. Have a cargo route somewhere, maybe that can deliver goods to the downtown area. I don't know. We'll come up with some ideas. We're making progress. I think I mentioned before, but these will be kind of smaller bite-sized chunks. I mean, we're at 20 minutes right now, at least in the recording time. I'll edit a little bit of this out. But they are kind of smaller projects now at this point, doing these little sections of the map. And in one of the next few episodes, maybe Wednesday, maybe Friday, it might be time to kind of dive through the info views and just kind of see where things are at. Look at where some of our traffic problems, service problems are, and do a little bit of maintenance before we just keep bolting stuff on. But we'll keep making progress in the meantime, though, on the city of Portsmouth, and hopefully you are enjoying the ride. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, what you'd like to see. Just share your ideas down there. Like to see them. In the meantime, though, likes, comments, and shares all help the channel a lot and are greatly appreciated. If you're new here, subscribe and consider hitting the bell to get notifications for updates in this and other series. Follow me on Twitter and join the Discord if you want to get involved in the discussion. Thanks to all the channel members and patrons for the support. Really means a lot to me. But until the next one, this is Move the Mouse, signing off.